on to the Cowboys, Brent, because listen, the Cowboys got blown out by the Dolphins, basically. I mean, it was like, okay, what's going on here, right? It was a clear-cut victory there. What is going on with the Cowboys? Why can't they win the big game? The Dolphins bounce back. Tyreek Hill's back in the game, probably not 100%, but enough to where they can skate past the Cowboys. So the Dolphins are moving up, and the Cowboys are like, are we that good? We're crumbling. What's going on? Let me pull this picture up because I know you were talking about this. Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. What's the problem with them? And what did you say about Mike McCarthy?
Yeah, here's the thing. So first of all, I told Brandon this shouldn't say Cowboys because the problem is not the Cowboys. This should say Mike McCarthy. Here's the thing. I'm going to go in a little bit of a rant, Brandon, so give me a minute here, okay?
Yeah, before you rant about this, I want to know, before you rant about this, in the chat right now, if you're watching this live, are the Chiefs done? Put a comment in there. Don't be scared to comment on the show. We love all you guys joining us as we get ready to expand to networks and everybody else. But listen, are the Chiefs done this year? Are they moving on? Is the dynasty over? Just put in the chat yes or no for the Chiefs. Brent, go ahead with the Cowboys. What's the problem?
The problem with the Cowboys is Mike McCarthy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mike McCarthy. He was the head coach for the Green Bay Packers from 2006 to 2018. That was 1 year with Favre, but mostly with Aaron Rodgers, right? 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
He's the problem. Mike McCarthy is the problem.
Just give me a second, Brandon. You're good. Listen to this. In 2007, they went 13-3, won the NFC North, and lost in the playoffs in the conference championship. Yep. Then in 2009, 11-5, second in the North, lost in the wild card round. 2010, 10-6. 2011, 15-1, lost in the first round of the playoffs. 2012, 11-5, first of the NFC North, lost in the first round of the playoffs. 2013 basically goes on and on. 14, 12-4, 15, 10-6, losing.
And whose fault is this?
Hold on, losing in the first round of the playoffs. Mike McCarthy can have all the talent in the world. He had a Hall of Fame quarterback with Charles Woodson and Hall of Famers, and he consistently would win 10, 11, 12 games, win the division, and lose in the first round of the playoffs. He does not have what it takes to get the most out of this team. Now, with the Cowboys, he is back-to-back 12-5 seasons. And potentially this year, a 12-5 season. So that'll be 3 12-5 seasons and losing in the first round of the playoffs both years. This is a problem.
That's a big problem.
Jerry Jones, I am literally 5 minutes from your headquarters. Listen to me. Fire this guy and get a coach that is proven to take talent. You have built talent. GM Jerry has put talent on this roster. Get a coach that can take this to the next level because it is not Mike McCarthy.
That's Hey, listen, you get a bobblehead Grammy for that take, Brent. I got to tell you, the truth of the matter is this. He is stacked over there. They have great players.
Jerry has done a good
They got
job.
CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott is on a big-time contract. If they can't win now, they're kind of in that era, not trying to compare all the way, but they're at that Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. They're in that position right now. Jay Novacek and these guys, Jason Witten, they have players on their team to win football games. I agree. But here's the thing I want to talk about. They did play against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are not a bad football team this year. Tua happens to be doing fantastic. I'm not saying he's the best in the league. He's not even in the MVP conversation at all, which I think if they keep winning, he could be in some of that conversation. And Tyreek Hill. But he's kind of like the whole situation with Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey, right? Like who's running the show here. But here's the thing. The Cowboys have to win now. Once this season's over and they don't win again, the stat comes back around. I think we read it a couple weeks ago where it was the Cowboys have won only one playoff game on the road in 30 years. I believe that's correct.
And do you think Look, Brandon, let me ask you a question here. Facts, history, right? Look at the data in front of you. Like we talk about this in sports all the time, the analytics, right? And trying to figure out, watching the trends, right? Mike McCarthy has for over a decade, that's 10 plus seasons, had teams with good regular season records and failed miserably in the playoffs. He doesn't know how to take a talented team to the next level. Winning regular season games has nothing to do with coaching. That's talent, bro. When you're winning 12 games a year, that's talent.
Will the Cowboys, if you're in the chat right now, I just put it in there, Brent, will the Cowboys win a playoff game this season? Will they win their first playoff
They
game?
will not. They will not. They will lose in the first round of the playoffs again. And it breaks my heart because I live here and they've built a good team.
You're a Buffalo Bills fan, but
win.
you live in Texas. You're a Buffalo Bills fan. You live in Texas. You want your team to win. I live out in Miami. I wasn't a Dolphins fan, but I like when the Dolphins. I like when the Miami Heat win because I'm
yes,
here.
You're here.
But Brent, if they go to the playoffs, okay, and they especially if they win it as a higher seed, and they played a team that wasn't that good, and they got beat in the first round. Listen, at home beat, devastating. Away on the road to win their second possible playoff game in 30 years, which doesn't look too good right now. If they lose their first playoff game, there's going to be a lot of shaking up. CeeDee Lamb is playing so great. He's going to be so upset. He's going to be like, listen, I got to go where we could win. I mean, it's going to start shaking up. Let's move on,
Here's what's
Brent.
going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. And I know we're getting to the Super Bowl next, so this is playoffs.
We're sliding over to Super Bowl here.
Yeah, so here's what's going to happen with the NFC. Either the Eagles or the Cowboys are going to win the division. Whoever loses the division is going to get the 5 seed and go to Tampa. That's an automatic win, right? Whoever wins the division has to play against the freaking Rams. Good luck. You're toast.